Hello and welcome to Take 10. I'm Jennifer Johnson. With us in the studio today is Erik Kimel. Erik is a repeat guest and the Chief Strategy Officer of Aristotle Circle. And thanks for being with us today.
Thanks for having me again.
So tell me what Aristotle Circle is. I love the name, but tell me about it.
Yeah, so Aristotle Circle, with a network of the brightest students and leading educational experts, Aristotle Circle helps students and their families achieve their goals regardless of location and income. So what that means in plain English is we have both our amazing peer tutors who are available for one-on-one academic tutoring and study skill support, but also a network of former admissions directors at over 300 universities who help families navigate and students the college admissions process.
I should back up because you're a Montgomery County public school graduate.
Yes.
And while you were in high school, you started peer-to-peer tutoring.
Yes.
And that was, the basis of that was what?
The basis of that, and continues to be, that students learn really well from other students. So we offer top high school students, 10th through 12th graders, an amazing paid part-time job as a tutor. And then we hire local teachers, PTA parents, really discerning adults in the community to be what we call a regional education advisor and hook up our students with other students in the community that might need help in math or in science or in reading as a affordable, highly relatable tutoring option.
And years ago you started that because you felt that kids would learn better from kids.
Yeah, my aha moment was being at Winston Churchill High School, taking AP Calculus first period and regular English 12 second period, and realizing that my classmates in regular English class had no idea that the students in AP Calc went to the same school as them, let alone we were all in the same grade. So I just wanted to connect those two groups.
So does peer-to-peer still exist, right?
Yes.
And so you're operating it out of, well, you're living in New York, but you're operating it still here in Maryland, Montgomery County, correct?
Yeah, we have an office just down the road in Rockville. We also have an office in Manhattan, and the peer-to-peer business is just the same exact thing. We're just now known as Aristotle Circle.
What is your advice for the schooling is so rigorous, the classes, the AP classes, the GT classes. What is your advice for parents and kids who are struggling? Because a lot of them are struggling and they keep thinking next month's going to get better and this is going to get better. But what's your advice, because you've been through this, for them? Yeah,
school is really getting more and more challenging, and never before has it been so important to have great time management skills and great study habits. We always like to say with our peer tutoring business that beyond the academic support that we're providing, it's the role model relationship that we're forming, and it's the confidence that the student is gaining by working with another peer and enables them to feel confident going into their school day. So sometimes we like to kind of put a stop or a hold on what needs to actually happen next week for a certain test, and really think about what's the right routine to get the student into so that they can be successful not just this academic year but throughout their academic experience through graduation.
How do you go about getting good tutors that are a good fit, that aren't going to be like somebody's buddy, or it's going to turn into a Xbox festival or something? You know what I'm saying?
So the Xbox festival is actually in one way a really good thing,
right?
But we do it through a multi-step hiring process and really having that adult regional education advisor in the middle of between the client, who is more or less the parent, and the tutor, who is that great high school student we want to pair them with. We do a lot of listening to what the parent is looking for. We ask a lot of questions about preferred gender of the tutor, best times, preferred interests, and then our REAs. They're the matchmakers, and if someone doesn't like their tutor, we make a change.
I know with my own sons, if I would say the word tutor, they would be like, "Ooh." But I mean, I think there is a different feeling from the kids if you say, "I'm going to get the senior, at the high school to help you out." Is that?
Yeah, and we've seen parents use coined terms such as homework coach, academic buddy. Parents seem to be coming up with these off-the-cuff phrases in order to mitigate the tutor factor.
In terms of tutoring, where are you seeing the most need with kids?
Well, we're seeing it across the board in math, and Montgomery County Public Schools has come to us in partnership with the George B. Thomas Learning Academy to specifically help students grades 6 through 12 in math. So that's where we're seeing the biggest focus, and we're continuing to provide tutors for those courses.
You were mentioning before the cameras were rolling that you're you have something new in terms of your providing tutors at Saturday schools, or
Yeah.
tell me about that.
Yeah, so this is an awesome partnership. The George B. Thomas Learning Academy runs Saturday School. It serves over 3,000 students per year in Montgomery County with essentially a 6-day of school on Saturday as a morning program. It's at 12 high school sites. They're in the high schools that are underserved, and we've partnered with Saturday School to provide our peer tutors at Saturday School. So parents are able to send their student to Saturday School. They go through the normal Saturday School day, which is more or less a class setup, but can designate if they want a one-on-one pull-out with one of our peer tutors in math. So it's been a great add-on for Saturday School. Attendance has been driven, and enrollment is up at the sites that we're at right now, and we're at 6 sites right now as a pilot, and we're looking to move to all 12 for 2013-2014.
That's great, because I know a lot of these kids really do need one-on-one training, particularly in math.
Yeah, and by having, it also is a great way for us to provide additional job opportunities to our tutors. Saturday is a day where, not a lot of private tutoring sessions are happening.
Right.
These are in the high schools where we want to be able to get our tutors more gigs, and by reteaching, they even improve in their own math. And the students really benefit from it because they get the classroom setup of Saturday School, and then they get to augment that with some one-to-one.
What do you suggest for parents? Like, at what point do you kind of need to pull the plug, if you will, and say to your kid, we got to get a tutor? I mean, I know that there's Edline, I know you can talk to the teachers, but what's sort of the gut check for a parent to say, we got to make some changes here?
Yeah, we see it in a lot of different shapes and sizes, and too often parents wait too long.
Right.
So, one way to look at it is by the grades. The other is by the motivation. You can probably tell with your student if they are engaged, if they're excited to go to school, if they're excited to do their homework. And more often now, we're seeing students and parents come to us with students who are already in maybe an advanced math and just want to provide some additional comforting support to that student because they're worried about, having them be too stressed.
Right.
So, there's different launch points, but they're all kind of mixed.
Is this something, this service, is it something that you, the kids can use, not necessarily every week? I mean, can they call you up and say, I got a test coming up and I'm worried I'm going to crash and burn on this, and can I get a little extra help? Yeah,
we've always been, call us before a test, do it every week, completely up to you. It's completely flexible.
So tell me how Aristotle Circle merge, or you merge with them, or how you guys combined?
Yeah, I visited over the past decade since, I've known you since I was in high school. I visited over 1,000 high schools, and what I noticed, even in Montgomery County, is that just the ratio of number of students per guidance counselor during college prep, has gotten bigger and bigger, and it's a really hard job to help all these students.
It is brutal to find the right fit for a college, I can tell you that.
Yeah, exactly, and we've been leading our students and our tutors through this track of success with academic tutoring, but we really never had an option for them for college prep. So Aristotle Circle offered that complimentary service with, admissions consulting. So you can work with someone just like with the peer tutoring for 1 hour or for a whole big package, and it can be the person who, worked in admissions at the school you want to go to, or, is a generalist and can help you just with college search and common applications. So together we're able to offer, peers and pros.
So you can have a kid saying, I'm really interested in cyber security or cyber technology, what's a good fit? Because I mean, they hand out this red book that's got,
Yeah.
10,000 colleges in it, and you just, as a parent, you go, what in the, I don't even know where to begin.
It can become a full-time job. We have a lot of families that come to the Aristotle business for the financial aid consulting. I mean, applying to college these days is quite a task.
Yeah.
And we're able to also offer more and more community events. Just last week we held a panel on college admissions best practices, brought our experts into Rockville and had about 100 people come out, high school parents and students, our tutors, our clients, community members, and listen to some good advice. So it's been great.
So if parents or kids need to get in touch with you for tutoring or college search help, how do they find you guys? Yeah,
AristotleCircle.com. There's a contact bar right on the homepage, and they can get in touch with us, and it's the same quick service and fast follow-up.
And in the peer-to-peer, if they go into that, they'll find you that way too,
If you
right?
go to peer-to-peer, you're going to end up at Aristotle Circle, and all roads sort of lead there, and it's all the same people behind it. So.
Very good. Thanks, Erik. And thank you for giving us a few minutes of your time. Remember to visit us on the web at the link on your screen. I'm Jennifer Johnson. Join us next time here on Take 10.